Alright, so we've got archetypes. We'll probably stick with a pre-existing one rather than making our own right now. So thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Or physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done but dumb as a rock. Wow, those are some bad choices, Lou. I'm tempted to go with the thinker. I think. Yeah, let's go with the thinker. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. What a pointless quote.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Yay, future! Thank you, Agent Reptilian Brain.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
I will keep on non-existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
But my ex-wives, I need them. Give me some more.
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir.
Did LP write this?
Smooth passage.
Alright, Alonzi, let's go. I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. Sure.
Do you really?
Don't be naive, of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not scent yourself marinating? Poured so much over yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Alright, limbic system. Stop talking about my drinking habit. I did this to myself. Tell me what's waiting for me. I don't care. I'm an idiot. A brave idiot.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation.
Alright, my ancient reptilian brain.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Okay. Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please, now I changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. Mother, help me.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help. Someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth? Yeah, that's Jackie Chan. This.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
I've definitely had mornings like this before. Encyclopedia medium success. Somehow you know what it is. A corpus kinema motor carriage. Okay. That's loud. Oh good, we do have pants on. I was worried we were going to be naked straight away. Can we put some pants on? Thank you. Oh yeah, we got a hangover, alright? Where's the coffee machine? Is that called Disco Ass Blazer? What is this? You hear a jingle, keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare cut pants. Flesh them out. Oh, fish them out. It says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door. The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast frequented by dock workers. Okay. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. What's an ass blazer? Hey, Vinny, thank you for the lurk. Empty cassette tape. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. And that was us. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Alright, can I turn it? Oh, there's something over here. Is it a fancy Sherlock hat? No, it's one of my shoes. Didn't even realize I didn't have my shoes on. Broken window. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Look out. Visual calculus, easy 9. Assess the damage. Okay. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Assess the size of the impact. It's too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Ah, so my balls. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Alright, our other shoe is out the window somewhere. I should go and get that shoe. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room. Alright. What's through here? Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. We've all been there, buddy. Okay, we now have a shirt on as well, rather than just the jacket. Oh, that's locked. Can I use the key with it? Or is that going to be for the other door? I don't seem to be able to get like a wheel up to do different actions, so... I can talk to the... Oh, there's a tie on the fan? A ceiling fan. This fan has 2 chain pull switches, one end in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Save your fear, medium, grab the tie. Pull on the fan. That should stop it, right? The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. Grab the tie. Success! You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap, it's released from the blade. Horrific necktie. Leave. So maybe we can open this door? So I come back from the bathroom to you playing as a drunk man? Yes. This is Ride Dog Simulator. Hello, lady. There's something on the table. Is it money? Money! Oh, dear. Sorry, I couldn't resist. It's also me simulator. Let's go rescue our shoe. Snakeskin shoes. Right, Doug, tell me honestly, is this your fashion sense? I think if I could find a suit like this, I would probably wear it. I want you all to know that. It would be, yes. Game of poker. Calendar. The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Who are you?
Hello, officer.
Khaleesi? Miss Orange Disco Dancer. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Conceptualization. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city. Am I a military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question. Wait, I know. I'm a businessman. Chief Executive Officer, right? Then why did you call me an officer? We're a policeman, you
Because
doofus.
you're a police officer, sir.
She pulls on her cigarette. You're shitting me.
I'm not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
She takes another drag. All this
We've
time?
been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
I couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Logic. You have no doubt about the drinking, but do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something. That's challenging. Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Let's not do that. I might not know where I am or who I am or what a corpus kinema is. How I know what one sounds like. Why I don't remember being a cop or anything else. Who in the right mind will let me be an officer of the law? As do one. She nods. But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case? She takes a long drag before speaking. There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops. And why didn't you just tell me that? I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer. All right. We're going to be going now.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
It looks comfortable as hell, minus the tidy whities. Don't you shake your ass at me. Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct to need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words a million times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes. What if I don't want to ask questions? Before you go, I have some questions for you. Yes. What is it they have against the police here? Where exactly is here? Tell me, is it 51 now? Your room was almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Hey, Unknown, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hello. What do they have against the police? The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. Where exactly is here? Where am I? No, where are we? Where in the world? Oh, you're in a hostel, sir. We are in Revacol. Revacol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time. How about you tell me something else instead? Is it 51 now? It's 51. What century? The current century. And that's what? What number? Centuries don't have numbers, they have names, and this is the current one. Ugh. How many centuries have there been then? Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir. What's so funny? Don't you grin at me. You're right, her expression turned serious. There is nothing funny about civilization. Your room was almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? There was the usual ruckus. She shrugs. Loud disco music. Did I have any visitors? I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. She nods towards room number 3. Loud disco music? Oh yes, various artists, ostentatious orchestrations, prime among them. She raises an eyebrow, waiting for the name to connect with you. Oh, that, yeah, woo. The less said about OO, the better. Uh-oh. OO were huge where I came from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she sings, but we go on. It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it? It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. Questions? I'm the one that asks questions here. What happened? A slow, sad song started playing like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time you were yelling along to it. Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in St. Cian's. I gained experience. Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also, What else? That it doesn't matter anymore and that we are alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. When you say wounded, do you mean that in a cool way, like a wild beast? Yes, it was very cool. It's impossible to say whether she's being sarcastic or really means it. Then what happened? Then you started screaming and trashed the place. That's so me. What did I do? A window was smashed. The tape player probably. The song stopped. And furniture too. A real destructophone. They were screaming. Then I think you passed out. It surprised me to hear this. Tell me there was more. Was there anything else? There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5, she nods, and that was it. All right.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Don't know if we learned anything. So this isn't our room. Or what's this? Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. It looks like this is going to kind of play more like a visual novel. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Very strange. You can ask more questions. Where are we right now? There we are. That's some fresh music, Lou. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Oh, there better be a karaoke minigame. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Let's talk to this dude. Gart, the cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Empathy. We failed. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk. Are you the bartender?
No,
No.
I'm not
Oh.
the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's voicing these lines. All right, I don't like you. Composure. He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject. You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender.
Shove that license-free music down your earholes.
I'm the cafeteria manager.
All right. What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where's Sylvie?
She just, you know.
No, I don't. That's why I asked. His eyes start from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something. She just what?
So now you're a cop? Forget it.
Look at the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is a great skewer. The seabird is the symbol of the discovery of the Insulidian Asola, the part of the world you are in right now. Perception. The small steel tag says as such. What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. That's the great skewer, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
Why does everyone sound drunk?
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I'll talk to whomever I please. He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Alright. You're going to be our first victim. Inland Empire. You should totally sing karaoke here the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast oceanic soul. Your soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. My soul is immense. Utterly, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. This goes well with a fear I'm developing that I'm down on my luck superstar person. What should I sing when it comes to it? You should sing the sad small church song from the tape that you found. Thought it was obvious. Of course, I really get a gauge on my soul with that one. I was thinking maybe I could sing something happy, like from those ostentatious orchestrations folks. Of course. Serves them right, wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. New task, sing karaoke. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. Okay. There does indeed seem to be a karaoke minigame. Don't I drink to avoid those? I believe that's why we're hungover, yes. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. What's happened to Sylvie? Do I want a Nosha ped? I honestly thought it looked like a fire extinguisher. Yep, that's a healing item. Alright. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. We won't go into the kitchen right now. What's this? The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Alright, so there's somebody through there. Inside you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, a strike poster, some red pennants. Hey, cheers for the alert, Sly Thief. A sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members, doors open, 4 o'clock. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full flavour cigarettes. What are its hallmarks? Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all of the profiteers and homosexuals. Wow. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it. Wait, where do I get such a crown? The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating. I'd rather know more about the world of today. The contemporary period stands still. The fated carousel of progress that doomed the royalists is itself winding down. Our time is decelerating into what no one knows. So it's a happy time.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods toward the man in the orange bomber jacket. Yeah, we're going to keep you waiting. I'm going to go into the kitchen. I do what I want. The door is bolted. A sign reads, kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 o'clock. Alright, I'm not going into the kitchen. I don't do what I want. Summer door closed for the winter. Alright, you seem to be forcing me down towards Mr. Bomber Jacket Man. There's a drunkard here. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mudcake boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. Interfacing. A colourful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. We do not have a good percentage. On the counter rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. We'll pick up the pills. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. And we're going to look at the piece of plastic. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John. Steal the dock worker's ID or we can wake him up. Let's see. We're going to try and steal it. We failed. You fumbled the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner, but to no avail. The dangling items refuse to come loose. They just jingle in an ever louder manner. Half-light. Like fucking sleigh bells. What are you doing? You're going to get caught. Stop finger-fucking him, officer. Wow. The cafeteria manager shouts from behind the counter. I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there. You stay out of this, bartender. I was just checking if the man is feeling okay. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Just don't finger bang his stuff, okay? He snorts angrily, then turns back to his activities. Alright. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Electrochemistry. That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Pretty long. It's drink o'clock. Not now. Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade with a twist of lemon? Maybe lime? Maybe who cares? Just rum? Maybe I should lick it before I go? Yeah, man, yeah. Your mesolimbic reward pathway is going wild at the fort. Lick it, lick it, lick it. Your receptors chant. Lick it, but only a little. I'm not an alcoholic. You lick it, but only a little. Only with the tip of your tongue because you're a pleasure delayer. After 2 or 3 licks, the crust begins to melt and the sweetness breaks loose. The sharp, titillating scent of alcohol rises to your nostrils. It's dizzying. New task, find booze and drink it. You could definitely go for some more. If you rate this an ASMR, it might start to break terms of service. Bitrate, why are you so all over the fucking shop today? Actually, why are you so all over the fucking shop today? Sorry, chat. Let's see if that helps out things. All right, let's go talk to the guy in the bomber jacket. Kim Kitchikuguri, a bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket, is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. Reception. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer. All right, shake his hand. We're not rude.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm. All right, Kim. You realize he is waiting for your name. I don't really know my name. Invent a name for yourself. Success. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep golden orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go. It is not yet time. I don't really know my name. Say nothing.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
Yeah, he didn't tell me much. What he means is he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you've been otherwise occupied. You mean him, not towards cafeteria manager? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. I haven't.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, you know, yeah. No.
So the body is still in the tree.
The body
Eric
is
has
still in
been
the tree.
hanging for 7 days straight.
Yes.
We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police? I can't remember what we're supposed to do again. Let's get going then. If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge? Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets. You mean you don't have a badge? It wasn't on me when I woke up. Pretend you found it. I have my badge. I'm a policeman and I have my badge. It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Lieutenant Kimisuri is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by clicking on him. Ah, yeah, we got a party now, boys. You mean happiness? It's the greatest gift that we possess. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gal, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin? What is golden orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor? I'm currently in between names. Can I have a drink? Say nothing.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Okay.
Do you have her number?
Is it 8675309?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Yeah, free.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Wow, you're just
I
a
didn't
douche.
imply that. Detective?
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then, questions. I got this. Play the fool, who me? No, I'm good. All right, questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if you killed him. People give information in the more innocuous questions, which you can later use in the more sinister ones, not vice versa. Oh, okay. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree there. And how do we get there then? That's easy. See that door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that. Then to your right you should see a big hole in the fence, a really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Frankengian cavalry to fit through. This man means the heavy cavalry of innocent Frankenegro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind, 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns, but first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian, I think is what it's meant to be. Heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous. Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. That's it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they if he doesn't know? Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they? Oh, he's a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. Who exactly is saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. It's a joke about how the French like to randomly drop the H sound from words. We did that over here as well, to be honest. Did the debuggers themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company. I hear a mercenary. The Unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Did you kill him? What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. I have another question. The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in. Why did Sylvie go away? Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. No, before I ask you where, now I'm asking you why she left. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back and because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. Did you kill her? I don't trust you. The lieutenant opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Didn't go well? I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. Everything has something to do with everything. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. That's all. Task complete. Right. Let's go. Not so fast. He points to you. You owe me 130 real. What's real? I don't owe you shit. Save your fare. Slip away unnoticed. What's... Yeah. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real. He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. The IIR, or Interlusory Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. By real, do you mean some form of street cred? Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money. Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real. He points to the red ledger on the counter. What do I owe this place for? But what exactly is money? You're under arrest. Let's see. He dramatically turns a page in the ledger. Mustard did it in the office with a gun. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 comes to 60. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That'll be 40 in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work. Maintaining the stability and order of Revocol at 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130. And yes, real is still money. But what exactly is money? What are you, a philosopher? Actually, I might be. Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality. No, I'm just getting my bearings. Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or he peeks into the ledger, or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Interesting. Where do I get it from? Why do I need it? Proceed and show him the coins you found. Is this money? Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours. Where do I get it from? Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. He looks at Kim. I'm sorry, I don't think cops take bribes. Some do take recompense, the lieutenant is dead serious, but only to survive. Why do I need it? For survival, to pay me, unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer. Wow. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. He stops and says, mostly to himself, I'm not an asshole. Is this money? Yes, it is. Count them and give them to him. That's 10 plus 10 equals 20, 40. I'm now down to 90, right? No, you see, there's a tinge of sadness in his voice. That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to take this. Come back when you have 130 real. 100 times smaller? Okay. The cafeteria manager stands silently looking at the coppers on the counter before him. Conceptualization. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have. Darkness rides. Pick up the coins. It does, doesn't it? There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuguri looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. What happens now? He turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then he shrugs. Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Isn't there somewhere else I can stay around here? I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. Fuck this place. I'll take my chances on the streets. I'll see what I can do. Isn't there somewhere else? You mean somewhere else to run up a huge debt? I don't think so. The union squeezed most places out of business to fund the strike. You're better off home. I don't have a home. Officer, a pattern of creases appears on his forehead. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now. The man wants to say something and thinks better of it. Good luck. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank and this place sure isn't. As I said, I don't think I have one. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. I don't know. Near? South maybe? You don't really know, do you? I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless? I have only a vague blackened image. A vague blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Can I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number of the building? I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Fort King and Hobo cop. Entertain the fort when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages. I don't know what just happened. All right. So time is just ticking down. I don't know if it's ticking down as we do stuff or it is just ticking down as time goes on. All right, which way was I meant to go from here to get to the courtyard? A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police."
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
The young woman looks up at you. What can I help you with? You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business? Who are you exactly? Me, I'm just a gardener. Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. I am pleased to meet you too, officer. What is this fuck the police business? Excuse me? She doesn't understand. The street sign says fuck the police. Point to it. Oh, she cranes her neck. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. It's alright. I didn't mean to startle you. Okay, she replies, shoulders relaxing. We need directions. Since the street sign's messed up, she nods. Okay, what do you need? Where am I? What do you mean? I'm a bit disorientated. This is Revocol, right? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. She looks around, thinking what else to say. This intersection is called Roundabout North. He knows where we are. He just wants directions. The lieutenant seems uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying. I'm looking for a dead body. Oh, that. She points north. That's right there, in the yard. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air. That's all for now. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes her brow with a canary yellow glove. If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy. One more thing. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Alrighty. Biggs, go home. The street name is illegible. There was a guy down there we could have talked to. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings. Hello, peddler of filth. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men. This issue hosts a top 10 list. I bet I'm not in it.
Welcome to Revachol.
Racist lorry driver. What a character name. Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed at you, it's addressed at Kim. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell him, Kim.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is fixation on the revolution nation makes it harder for Revocol to actually attain self-determination. He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination. Stop ripping into this guy. He's just really proud. Limbo, what's going on here? Yeah, he's right.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Is it though?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence, the air between them becomes tense. Nice. What are we? How long have we been playing this for? Under an hour and we've already got a racist lorry driver. A spirit de corpse. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine. Fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorry man. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Yeah, fucking A, Kim.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Can I shoot him? He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers. He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites. What was that argument all about? What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions? What was that argument all about? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. He spits on the ground. That's your Trump supporter. Got it. Not the most popular topic nowadays with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. He gestured with his cigarettes for emphasis. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even as some people don't want to accept it. People who study these things say that you and me are superior by design. He glances at Kim. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, we can see the merits in that. Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it? No. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe. When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. Okay, and... This concerns you, policeman, so better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately, some with the mosquitoes, and the other intruder species too. He throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitaguri. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. Cultural victory? What is this then? What's this cultural victory? Is this Civilization 6 now? It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for right under our noses. And the others too on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any matitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. Say nothing. It's true, he pushes on. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race with unknown characteristics leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Can we kill this guy yet? Go the peaceful route and win with nukes. If it was good enough for Gandhi, it's good enough for you. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Don't push your luck, runt. The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. What a racist.
Looking for something, Runt? Huh? Coming to tell me to fuck off again?
We're done for now. I don't think we became friends with that guy. Isn't just racist, he's a proper race realist. What is this? Frisette! Yes, that really helped me. Free teas, how idiomatic. Oh, we're meant to be going to look at the corpse. I probably shouldn't go in here right now. Flowers, eh? Yellow roses, dozens of them, tulips too. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio. Tear machine. The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says 1 bottle equals 10 cents. What is this machine? Fruit clerk. The clerk looks up at a magazine. Oh, that's the tear machine. Yes, but what is it? She knits her brow, confused. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. I see, and how do I pick up tear for the tear machine? You need a bag, I guess? We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so she shrugs awkwardly. I think I actually missed something you said there. I don't want to talk to you right now. We're going to go find the body. What is this game? This is Disco Elysium. It's an RPG where you're playing a detective. And I'm just trying it out to see if we take to it or not. Oh, uh-oh.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Hey, Rogue, how you doing? Scab leader. The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Pull up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
Here to fuck with us? Be the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work. Right to work.
Alright.
Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strike breakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. I want to get into the harbour too. What is a strike? Who are all these strike breakers? What exactly is your goal here? I want to get into the harbour too. Have fun, he snorts. Union shit are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gate. You're trying to meet their fat boss? I'm interviewing people about a murder that took place here behind the hostel cafeteria. I know nothing about a murder. His reply is snappy and terse. Absolutely nothing? Wouldn't put it past these harbour bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive. Right to work. He again shakes his large fist and turns back to you. It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup, open the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime. This really isn't my area of expertise. We're not picking a side in this just yet, sir. Pity. He turns around and bellows at the gates. Let us work. Who are all these strike breakers? Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut. We came here to help the harbour run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought let in those who do want work. I have a question. The lieutenant looks him in the eye. Why do all these men follow your leadership? You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No, they follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy. Because they were, he starts bellowing, given a job to do. What exactly is your goal here? We were promised work, he points to the gates. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. And you were unable to breach the entrance. Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. He points up the stairs. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. He points at the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measurer or whatever he is. Head measurer? Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him. How bad could one guy be? You seem capable. Bad. The man glares at you. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantaged position, and he's trained. I don't know how Union has a trained killer up there, but that's one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters. Why don't you just talk to them? Like civilized folk, you mean? The man rubs his chin. These native fucks don't understand civilized. It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now, if you can't get in anyway. No, they will give up eventually or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded, then we charge. The man rubs his jaw. A perfect lightly bearded square wedge. I'm just going to leave now. Is this not the way we were meant to get to the body? It has French and English people. It's a point-and-click detector. So basically police the cake. We have RPG mechanics. I think I may have gone the wrong way because this is where we started, right? I did indeed go the wrong way. Why am I speaking to a hole? You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. We will reconstruct the movement. Success. The tire tracks were left by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. So start, crash, reverse, turn. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started here. And then accelerated straight into the fence. Left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. What happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building. Before heading south, must have been in a hurry. A car drove through the fence. You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage friendly city. Is this connected to the case? I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With a jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate. You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went if you find the time. I think I got it. This game is full of them. Why do I keep coming back to you talking to raging assholes? Because this place is half French. What do you expect? This game is clearly made by some massive nerds. The artwork is reminding me of a game, and I don't know what it is. What are you doing here, young fella, my lad? Are you throwing stones at a body? The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. What a little shit. If there was ever such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness. Like a gremlin. Oh, hey, Flim Lover.
Oh, yeah. Never comfy, Kuno.
Yeah, it's the other kid behind the fence. I don't know where this other kid is meant to be. Hey, kid, a word. Please, business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you. Do not hit me right in the dick. Wow, even this game knew it had to censor that word. All right. The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body. This is made by Estonians, so they use some familiar language. Hold on. What does that mean? Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. She's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Alright. Shit coming out strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Ride the lightning.
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Why do you sound like you're from fucking Liverpool? Liverpool? Do I mean Liverpool? I think so. Kim, what should we do? Are you kids siblings? Kid, do you want to hang out? I'm not a narc. Look, I have questions for you. Kim, what should we do?
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
The language these kids are using, pure unfettered id. There will be no reasoning with those creatures. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Where is this other one behind the fence? Is Liverpool a rough part of the country? What's this? The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Interesting. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. The ladder's for kids. It wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. Ah, there's the other kid. The hangman, the corpse, looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a bull gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. Look down. The hangman, a cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Let go of your nose without throwing up. 3% chance of success. Alright, why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow. The cop's gonna blow, Kuno. Looks like I don't have a chance. A choice, sorry. We failed. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Try to walk away. I failed. Liverpool is a shell. And Liverpool is better than it used to be. Too late. It's impossible to keep it in. Your body kills and pushes it out, burst by burst. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab. I'm sorry. It's okay. Happens to everyone. The lieutenant hands you his white handkerchief. Keep it. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. You think ammonia would help? If you can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. But not you. I can't handle the headache. It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you. Alright, where do we get ammonia from? There's Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Pretty clever. Having the ammonia is a modifier to the endurance check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them. Okay. So we can't do anything with the body until we can handle the smell. They have a good team, and that's the biggest insult. Magnesium and money. Oh, you're also trying to find enough money to pay for the hotel. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Pile of eternite. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material eternite. Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material? Yeah, we'll try it. Success! Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of eternite. That's why they're too orderly. Pull the panels aside. There it is. You see a shabby little door. How do you like your backwards emotes? I'm the backwards man, the backwards man. What is this then? A tool shed? He peeks inside. Let's investigate. Let's do, Kim. Let's do. Double click to run, press space to stop. Alright, what do we got over here? An empty tube of magnesium supplement. Is that a pig's head? Cured pig's head, it looks mummified. Oh, hang on. There was a perception thing there. A magnesium supplement you rub on your chest to live a happy magnesium-rich life. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder. Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use, professionally, I mean. Someone has taken narcotics here, perhaps the police should interfere. I wasn't thinking about taking it, I swear I was thinking about justice. I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective? Should the police interfere? Perhaps not, he looks at you. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, he points to the ladder in the corner. See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbour, no? A secret path the local kids use. The poster says, get out of my way or get fucked up. Have you any plans for more remotes, Keiki? I've got all that I can at the moment. And I don't plan on changing any at the moment. When the ones unlock with the bits, I'm going to bring the Keiki Boy Productions one in as an emote. These barrels are half full of rainwater. And I can't see that from here. Alright, what's this? I don't know where you're trying to get. I wanted to look at that jacket. Oh, we got to walk all the way? Alright, let's look at other things that are closer than... This doorway is going to collapse soon. Restoration pillars keep the ruins together. That's more heals. Which I'm assuming means at some point we can get into fights. Where were you going when I asked you to look at the jacket then? Oh, is this a makeshift staircase up here? You're talking to an artist to start making your first emote? Nice! Some more money. I think Zippo did all the Crispies and Flicks emotes. Yeah, and a lot of Hoxes as well. And Rydogs. Gonna have a Bay doing a tips fedora. Nice. So can we get through here? What is the usefulness of getting up here? Trying to work out where I can go from here. Ah, can I do something with this panel maybe at some point? Don't seem to be able to click anywhere else. Policeman cloak. Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here. When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back. You son of a gun. It's a cop's cloak. Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. He judges the drop. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. Look around. What exactly are we doing up here? Do you really think this cloak is mine? Should I go for it? Jump. Go for the cloak. Jump over the ledge. The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering the distance over the container yard. That machine is a Calvland 1020 HK. Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. Let's point at the crane. Is it? He looks at you impressed. Calvland makes lots of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal even for them. What exactly are we doing up here? What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the industrial harbour. They're bound to have information for us. I thought that was our intention. Your earliest baby photo looks funny. Zeppo's a really great artist. I agree. Didn't know Zeppo was an artist, I don't presume. And his animated GIF streams riveting. Okay. Or it could be that we're just exploring. Do you really think I should go for this cloak? The cloak, I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should go for it, he looks over the ledge at the cold pavement below. Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous. 2 meters tops. Whenever you're ready to do it, I'll be right behind you. All right, here we go. We failed. Does that mean we die? Ah, no, we just stopped. We bottled. Holy wow, that's high. Doesn't seem dangerous. The lieutenant must be crazy to suggest that. This is certain death. Vertigo almost pushes you over the edge. Morale critical. I damaged my morale. Oh no. Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer is eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? I'm seriously running out of shits to give. Let corpses hang on trees. I'm quitting. Fuck you. I've wasted my life protecting humans. They don't deserve it. I'm done. No one even likes cops. I wish I was fucking dead. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck me. Please the rage you have for after we finish the investigation. Oh, save the rage, I think. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Did we just lose? Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism.